Fire King archetype and how Koonami gone messed up, okay? Look at this archetype. I mean, it has everything that a good archetype needs, you know. A searcher, you know, some spell support. It might not have, like, trap support, but who needs freaking trap support when you can blow up your opponent's field every freaking turn? It is... Oh my god. And this is gonna be a structure deck? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. What has Koonami done? I mean, I'm not boycotting Koonami or anything. I'm not gonna be rogue against them. I'll let people play what they want to play. But Jesus! Fire Kings. What a pain in the ass. Look, I mean, they have a 2700 beater that can be special summoned from the deck with this card. I mean, and if that isn't enough, a 2700 beater that can be special summoned from the deck, it can blow up your field every turn if you destroy it by a card effect. Oh my god, you gotta be joking. Like, okay, get ready, guys, because I'm gonna go into detail with this archetype and how much crap and unbalanced crap this is. You might say, oh, look, you could just run Macro Rabbit or Dimensional Prisons or Bottomlesses, but when is it gonna be that every deck is just gonna be maining these cards? It's coming. I can see it already. It's gonna be Dimensional Prison's gonna be a staple. I think Bottomless is already a staple, which I don't even use in most of my decks because I don't have any room for it. But I guess I have to try and find room because this little bitch just... Oh my god. Okay. I need to calm down. Okay, let me explain to you this archetype and what it does, okay? Let's see. Okay, we got Fire King Avatar Barong, which is basically a searcher. Every time a Fire King monster you control is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the next standby phase, after this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, add one Fire King card from your deck to your hand. Okay, I guess that's cool. It has 1800 attack. It's Stratos, which I still think Stratos is the most unbalanced searcher in the game. And don't give me that crap that freaking Witch of the Black Forest is more unbalanced than Stratos. Because that's bullcrap. Okay? That's bullcrap. I don't care what you say. Okay? Because if Witch of the Black Forest came back, it would not be as relevant as Sangan. And that's saying something. Sangan can only search 1500 or less. Okay, let me digress. Okay, let's go back to this archetype. Okay, Avatar Barong. He is a decent searcher with 1800 attack, and he can special summon himself from his hand. So he's an inherent special summon. So I guess there's cards that stop that crap, like Thunder King and whatnot. So let's move on to this one. And these aren't even the bad ones. Like, these ones I'm okay with. But whenever we get to that boss monster, I'm just gonna go freak out, okay? Okay. If a face-up Fire King monster you control is destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Same thing as Barong. It's an inherent special summon that can be special summoned from the hand if something is destroyed by a card effect. So yeah. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, send one fire monster from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, that card I can kind of understand how that's balanced because it doesn't work on its own. It needs a combo to go with, like Lavels or something like that, because it sends fire monsters from your deck to your graveyard. But the thing is that this thing can be comboed with this thing, which is not good. Not good because you have this bitch as a boss monster. But anyway, I'm digressing a lot because I'm a little bit angry. Okay? Okay. If face up, okay, yeah, I think they all pretty much have this effect where it's destroyed by a card effect. You special summon from your hand, so it's inherent. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can just destroy one card in your hand or on the field. So this thing can be comboed with this thing, and it has 1800 attack. Yeah, that's totally awesome, you know? Now, here we go with the boss monster, and how much this boss monster pisses me off, because it is the most unbalanced boss monster I've seen since Machina Fortress, Wait, what am I talking about? Konami's been doing this forever with structure decks. They always release some unbalanced boss that can be easily special summoned and just completely wreck over the meta. Because, yeah, we just needed more boss monsters that can easily obtainable from like a 10 to $20 deck and into people's decks, so that way they could just destroy everybody. So let's go ahead and go into this one. Fire King High Avatar Grunix. During the next standby phase, after this card is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard. So it doesn't matter if it's destroyed on the field, destroyed in your hand. It could be destroyed from your deck. And I haven't heard of any cards that destroy from the deck. I'm just being crazy right now. But anyway, if it's destroyed from your hand or from the field, and it is sent to the graveyard, special summon this card from your graveyard during the next standby phase. Okay, so that means on your opponent's standby phase. That means on your standby phase, whenever it's destroyed by a card effect. So you can torrential it. You can freaking destroy it on your own merits, like with this card. This card can destroy this card, and it's all okay. You know, he'll just come back, and let's. Oh, but hey, if Konami didn't think that was not broken enough, why not let's add like 3 other effects? So let's check this out. When you do this, destroy all other monsters on the field. Are you hearing this? This thing is a walking torrential tribute. A walking torrential that you can use practically anytime he's destroyed by a card effect, mind you. And if that isn't enough, that it can torrential your whole entire field and be special summoned from the graveyard after it's destroyed by a card effect. Let's go into its next effect. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Fire King monster from your deck. Except himself. What are you doing, Koonami? I mean, look at this shit. He has, what, 3 good effects, which I guess would match about Machina Fortress's good effects, but that thing's only 2,500. And yeah, he could be inherently special summoned, but the thing is that Fortress can be stopped. This thing can't be stopped unless you have something that can remove it from play, like Macro, Dimensional Fissure, Dimensional Prison, Bottomless, Kaiku, or Caius. There's other cards, but those are like the ones that everybody uses. So yeah, just look how broken this is. And all this supports this 2700 beater that can blow up your field every single turn. So yeah. And you might say, oh, come on, you could just Starlight Road it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I already know. I said before this format that Starlight Road will probably become a staple, but I didn't know it was because of this broken ass piece of crap. It can be special summoned like 100 different ways. Now, okay, before I go on more of a rant here, let's go on to the spell cards. Okay, Fire King's Fire Ring. Okay, it's a quick play, so that means it's the best kind of spell card ever made. So yeah, quick play. So if your opponent MSTs or does anything to your monster, you could just activate it. It doesn't matter. Okay, target 1 fire monster you control and 1 fire monster in your grave. Destroy the first monster, and if you do, special summon the second monster from your graveyard. Okay, this thing can be comboed with this thing, so that makes this thing freaking stupid. Okay, so yeah, even if you Starlight Road this thing, which if you summon a 2500 Stardust Dragon that can be pretty much only used once, use its effect once, it won't even matter because I got this thing which can destroy this. Wait, no, I got these things or any other fire monster. I could UF turtle this bitch into a Fire King High Avatar Grunix. That is freaking retarded. And it just has to be in the graveyard. And plus it destroys itself, so you can special summon any of these whenever the Fire King monster is destroyed by a card effect. So you're just going pluses galore. But I just don't like these kind of pluses that just completely ruin your opponent's entire strategy to the point where you can't even do anything. But this is the most retarded one because it could special summon crap from the deck. Onslaught of the Fire Kings. This thing I think could be splashable in a couple of decks. Like it could be splashable in what is it, Gladiator Beast, where you could summon Laquara and then you can use like Contact Fusion and stuff. But let's read the effect first. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, special summon one Fire Beast, Beast Warrior, Angered Beast type monster from your deck. But its effects are negated and it will be destroyed during the end phase. Who cares if its effects are negated? Because most of the time, you're just going to be special summoning this thing. 2700 attack? Who cares? Oh yeah, and it gets destroyed by the end phase. So that means during my opponent's standby phase, this thing comes back, blows up the field, and I have a 2700 beat stick. Oh my god. Okay, I'm done talking about this really unbalanced archetype. I mean, Mermails, at least, not Mermails, Atlanteans, at least they had a crappy boss monster. Whatever happened to those crappy boss monsters that were in the structure decks? I miss those times. Instead of, what was it? I think it started becoming unbalanced around whenever Machina Fortress's, structure deck came out, which that thing is freaking broken as hell. I don't care what anybody says. It has like, what, 700 effects. I don't want to say it's broken. I'll say it's unbalanced. There we go. Unbalanced, because that makes me sound less like a complete hater. So now let's go on how to stop this thing. Okay, this big Garuda-looking bastard. Okay, let's go ahead and go down here. Okay, we got Macrocosmos, which I would never think in a million years that a Macro Rabbit will probably be played so bad up the butt as soon as this thing's released into TCG, as much as I do now, because there is Fire Kings, and Macrocosmos usually only goes in Macro Rabbit, which don't even get me started on Rescue Rabbit. So, anyway, yeah. So this can stop this because this thing needs to be in the graveyard in order for its effects to activate. And thank God it has that, because if it was just this card, when this card is destroyed by battle, activate this effect, or if this card is destroyed by a card effect, this would probably be banned. This would be banned up the butt. It would be, this thing would be definitely banned. Okay, no, I don't think it's going to be banned because Koonami hates hitting structure deck boss monsters. Obviously by Master Hyperion, Machina Fortress, and freak, what was the other one? Oh, Grapha. So anyway, yeah, we got Dimensional Fissure, which these cards are not splashable in any deck, mind you. Maybe Dimensional Fissure is the most splashable because you can completely shut down opponents' strategies. But with this deck, you can't completely shut it down because this thing can be special summoned from the deck. This thing could be freaking, what is it? Destroy one card, blah blah blah. Yeah, this thing could just be special summoned with this thing. So you still have a 2700 beat stick that can run over stuff. And plus, they could just run MST, or what is that thing called? The Phoenix, or what is it? Phoenix, Sacred Phoenix. This thing, by a card effect, it's the graveyard. And then yeah, so I'm guessing people combo this with this thing because they're very similar, and they're a bunch of both pain in the asses. Well, this one isn't played as much anymore because it cannot. It doesn't really have any support, but now it does because look at this thing. This thing can bring out this thing. And this thing can blow up your back row. Yeah, that's nice. A 1-2 punch. Blow up your field and blow up your back row. Completely fair, right? I mean, god dang it, Koonami, you gone messed up. But anyway. Okay, these two, I think, will become staples. Eventually, it's going to become staples because freaking... I'm pretty sure it's staples now because of Dark Worlds and how much they're in a pain in the ass. Well, anyway, yeah, Bottomless is pretty much already a staple. I mean, it's used in pretty much every deck. Dimensional prison's getting there. So yeah, I suggest maining these two just in case you run into this bitch. But sometimes you won't even pull what the four out of these guys, a maximum six out of these guys that you would have in your deck. So yeah, okay. Now this thing, uh, what can I say? Yeah, these two are a little bit harder to pull off because these things will blow up all its tribute fodder for Caius. It'll just blow up Caius's tribute fodder. And this thing will have to actually inflict battle damage, and it has 1800 attack, which is the same as this thing and this thing. So, you know, Avatar, Yakishi, and Barong, and Kalin, and Grunix, and Nef. I don't even want to pronounce that because I'm so pissed right now. So, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and why I hate this archetype, and I don't think it should exist because it is very broken and unbalanced. I mean, yeah, just blow up your whole entire field. I mean, as soon as they released the what was that archetype that isn't that broken, and it's like it's actually pretty balanced because you need like the spells and the traps. And then it's like the Fire Fists. Right after they released the Fire Fist, oh, let's release something that's even more 10 times broken than that. Okay, that's Konami's thinking. Like, oh, we got a structure deck coming, so think of the most messed up boss monster you can. You know, the most broken boss monster you can. Other than that Atlantean piece of crap, which doesn't do anything. Which nobody, I don't even think anybody uses that Atlantean boss monster. And other than that, I mean, last couple of boss monsters for structure decks have been freaking broken as hell. So leave in the comments how you guys feel about this dumb archetype, because I'm done ranting about it. The things to stop this, you know, Dimensional Prison, Bottomless, Caius, stuff like that, Macrocosmos, and God forbid, let's hope that freaking Macro Rabbit doesn't become rampant as hell, as it probably already is. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, rate, subscribe, whatever. It's not even rating anymore. Like, subscribe, or you can dislike, I don't even care. Because I freaking hate Fire King so bad that I can't even think straight. And, yeah, just tell me your feelings on this archetype down in the comments below, and I hope you guys enjoyed.